Did you know that more than 10% of U.S. children live with a parent with alcohol problems? Well, according to the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, globally, alcohol misuse is the fifth leading risk factor for the premature death and disability, but among the ages of 15 and 49, it's first. Darla Burke stated in the article Alcoholism on the website healthline.com that there are 5 known risk factors for alcoholism, but you could be at a greater risk for the disease if you have low self-esteem, experience a high level of stress, or if you live in a family or culture where alcohol use is common and accepted. If you are able to recognize the risk factors and symptoms of alcoholism, we can hopefully decrease the statistics for the overpowering disease. There are many risk factors that can lead to alcoholism, but the cause for the disease is still unknown. Dependency on alcohol happens when you drink so much alcohol that chemical changes in the brain occur. Having low self-esteem can easily get you wrapped up into many unhealthy habits. Life in general is tough, but not thinking highly or positively about yourself can make you turn to things or people that help, and that can potentially be a devastating event. When you find that thing or person that makes you feel better about yourself, you may think it's okay and begin to abuse that thing, or want to be accepted and liked by that person so much you'll do anything for them that you give in to peer pressure. And that can be the beginning of a potentially dangerous situation. Stress, one of life's splendid gifts that we are meant to overcome. Stress can come from man-made or natural events, says NIH in an article on the link between stress and alcohol. General life stressors can include getting married or divorced, moving, or starting a new job. Also, NIH states that people with an ODD, which is an alcohol use disorder, may be at particular risk for these types of stresses. Studies consistently show that alcohol consumption increases in the first year after a disaster. Catastrophic events include terrorist attacks, hurricanes, earthquakes, and nuclear disasters. According to NIH, much of the research tied to these kinds of events focuses on drinking only and not on the prevalence of ODDs. In the studies that looked specifically at the development of an alcohol use disorder, the results are less consistent. In the same article about the link between stress and alcohol, maltreatment in childhood includes exposure to emotional, sexual, and/or physical abuse or neglect during the first 18 years of life. Although they occur during childhood, these stressors have long-lasting effects, accounting for a significant portion of all adult psychopathology, which is the study of mental disorders. Young people in many cultures are introduced to drinking early in life as a normal part of daily living. According to an article on Alcohol and Society, How Culture Influences the Way People Drink that I found on liveprocessprogram.com. They also stated that whereas educational programs in the U.S. typically emphasize that children must never taste alcohol, the reverse is true in societies that maintain the best moderate drinking practices. D.B. Heath stated in an anthropological view of alcohol and culture and international perspective that alcohol consumption in China and France is a matter of law, not minimum age. And according to M.A. Plant in the article, The United Kingdom, 18 is the minimum age for purchase in the United Kingdom, but it is not illegal for those aged 5 and above to drink outside licensed premises. Rooney stated in Patterns of Alcohol Use in Spanish Society that youngsters of 10 and 12 years are able to buy liter bottles of beer in grocery and convenience stores if they choose. After I just went further into detail on the risk factors that can lead to alcoholism or an ODD, low self-esteem, stress, and living in a family or culture where alcohol use is common, I hope you can better recognize the symptoms and avoid the risk factors.